Finally solved the issue. Can't believe it was something so stupid and simple, but at least I learned a bunch of more complicated, or bunch of solutions for more complicated things, so I guess that's good.
お腹が空っぽ。出撃準備。最善を尽くします。
Oh, she's the water. I didn't even think about that.
私がまるっと解決してあげる。
They seem so short, like they're little sprites. Oh, well, I guess they're more like models than sprites, huh? That's cool. It's got like a little ghost thing.
準備はしっかりと。出撃準備。
I find it interesting. Oh no, never mind. Vanguard must be the name of. Okay, yeah, it must have something to do with the character. I was gonna say, if you give the front person the Vanguard role, that's kind of weird, because last I knew, Vanguards were supposed to be like the last line of defense. But anywho.
準備は了解。出発だ。みんな気合い入れて。
Her sword's kind of neat, especially for being something so basic. You can make multiple squads. Cool. Interesting, so.
どこに正解が隠れてても準優者の勘で全部見つけちゃうよ。
You auto battle. Absolutely not. Okay, so Ignis damage must be fire damage. Oh, that's cool. That I'm like getting a better look at stuff. She makes ice cubes. Our drinks will never be warm. Booyah. Oh, so that's what these all were when you're looking at the character selections there. So these are things that you can, they're like temporary upgrades that you only get during Ascensions. So it's almost like running in the Hollow Zero or other interrelated gameplay events in Zenless Zone Zero. Get all the temporary upgrades, the resonance, agent gear, and all the. Yelling and snacking. What do the drinks do? Oh, grants a new potential or upgrades an existing one. Big scary boss.
狩りに出発。力が湧いてくる。
You can run. Cool.
みんなで星狩りに出発。
It's a little different to me that you can't switch characters, but at the same time you can still use their support skills and even their ultimates for having them in the party. Like, I think that's actually pretty cool. Oh, kitty! Oh, nice. What's this? Oh, that's neat. Pastry seduction.
来たね。さっき送ったチャット見てくれた？にゃん。にゃにゃ。にゃん。お、ボス。
Alright, that was actually kind of cute.
今のは猫じゃなくて、私。 ボス、行くよ。
You don't seem very sleepy. Okay, you can take a dirt nap now, though.
この結果も予想していたんですか？ にゃん。にゃにゃ。にゃー。あ、ボス。うん。今のは猫じゃなくて、私。
I'm surprised it's making me upgrade Noya first and not Amber.
星の塔を登るだけじゃなくて、こういう修行も大事だよね。
Oh, so that's what Dora is. That's interesting. I noticed like every time you look at this screen with a character, they have a colored crystal, and hers is red, even though her affinity is basically wind. So that's interesting. So it's not just a little van like it looks like, it's like a miniature RV then. That's cool. I mean, it would make sense. It's pretty much their home slash headquarters by the looks of it. Just collapses from the rush. I don't know. I would have thought that was fun to a degree. Oh, there's different skins? Oh, right, from Awakening. That's cool. It doesn't appear to be a direct physical difference. Intriguing. I'm sure it upgrades a shit ton of the skills, though. Or upgrades the skills immensely, I should have said. You know, they all seem very intelligent and capable in terms of jobs and business, which kind of blows my mind. Let me Missed it by 1 point. I think it's cool how it gives credit to whoever the voice actor or actress is. Like right as you look at the character. It's pretty neat. I also find it interesting that every character is basically getting story stuff right off the bat. Feels a little weird because it's like we just woke up and just met them, but that's okay. It's entertaining. And that is probably one of the most delicious looking eggs, bacon, and toast images I've ever seen with like an anime style. Damn. Bacon could be a little more crispier, but that's okay. It's also I just realized it's got bacon, ham, and sausage on it though. Where do you find a big enough slice of bread to put all three of those on there? I don't even think you could do that with a slice of Texas toast. Someone really doesn't like bugs. I love that Amber just pops up out of nowhere like that. It's okay, we could just eat them. Jeez. Quite the drama queen, that one. Like, on one hand, she's realistic. She's not wrong, but, like, spirals just a little too quickly and easily for someone who's literally, like, living this kind of career and lifestyle. Like, you'd think she would be used to it at this point. Oh god, shopping wars. Which reminds me of Black Friday shopping back in the day. Never again. Okay, she's only been doing this for a year. I guess I can kinda understand. Versus Noya, who's been doing this for 2 years. Only a 1-year difference, but man, does it make a difference. It's so cool. What did that do? Oh! I like her pistols. And I just realized her hood has, like, bunny ears or something. At least I think those are connected to her hood. Yeah, no, those are actually pretty cool pistols. You're up to unlock. So I'm guessing this is port skills you can only use if they're put under support. Because I don't recall being able to do her bullet waltz at all yet. Reason for becoming a trekker: visit monoliths, talk to different people, get a cat. Oh, that's funny. Well, dang. So she's very dexterous.
来たね。さっき送ったチャット見てくれた？
What? I was going to pick on her for being so shy and introverted that she had to text the squad commands. But it actually makes sense if they're trying to catch the cat. Because if they're far enough away, they're not going to be heard. I want pudding money. The cat emojis. Those are awesome. The game's got some charm and humor to it, that's for sure. Actually feels like really laid back. Hey, hold on. I don't mean to gripe and complain, but I feel like missed opportunity in terms of skills because she clearly likes to use like smoke grenades and stuff like that, but she doesn't have like a grenade ability. Also, Iris apparently makes freeze grenades, which sounds dope. I mean, Amber just kind of strikes me as like not quite a rogue, but like maybe like a ninja with guns and a cat-like personality. Intriguing. Oh, I forgot to level her up. Chapter 11? Tyrant of the Land of Balance? What's this all about? Save that. I kind of wanted to like just do the main story, because it's been showing me all this other stuff. Oh right, I forgot you could change the appearance. I'm pretty. Oh, wait, what? Is that not the same thing as this? Oh, okay, it is. That was probably just telling me that there's... Okay. Because I know it just had an update recently, so... Alright, so Chapter 1, Beings Without Memory. The Awakening Reset. Here we go. Alright, so Amor's legions suffered 10 tragic defeats, powerless against the tyrant's bewitching magic. But divine intervention brought clarity. The tyrant lost their dark powers upon stepping into Amor and was brought to judgment. From that day, the tyrant ceased to exist, and the god of grace's bounty flowed equally to all Novians. Chronicles of New Nova by Verigia. So wait, does that mean we're the bad guy? Because, like, we're tyrant.
そう言い訳できるから。でもただ願なのに愚かで哀れな私たちはそうやって自分をごまかさないと生きられないのも事実。そうだからこそあなたが願い星になる必要はないの。だってこれまでと同じことを繰り返してるだけじゃ新しい答えにはたどり着かない。さようなら王様。最後に話せてよかった。ただもし運命がその時は星のない空の下でまた会いましょう。
Freaking Amber. Oh, so that's what those stones are, or the crystals in their affinity submenu. They're apparently soul stones. A stone bound to your soul that stores magic. Cool. Okay, so on one hand, this tyrant was looked to as some heroic warrior figure that was going to conquer all of the monoliths and then destroy them for some unknown reason. But on the other hand, they were deemed so notorious and villainous even that the word tyrant itself was later abolished after their defeat because apparently bringing down the monoliths was bad juju. Apparently our character is or was the tyrant themselves, and their most trusted confidant, friend, left or right hand, whatever, it was the one that betrayed them for some unknown reason. So that's interesting. And on top of that, everybody seems to have mixed feelings about the purpose of artifacts and their value, both monetarily and otherwise. Because, as Noya said, like, the world wouldn't have ended. They would have just not had artifacts to dig out of the monoliths anymore, whoop-de-doo. Whereas Amber was kind of neutral on it, but Iris was like, yeah, but, you know, artifacts make the world go around and money is involved. So I'm guessing in and out of cities, money must just be a very tight thing. Like, everything looks good right here. This might be one of the better cities, but from what I'm kind of reading between the lines, things are pretty rough in some places. Or at least they might be. Also, I think it was called the Grace Imperium? Emporium? I think it was Imperium. Apparently keeps track of every soul stone ever created, so it essentially has, like, everybody's identity locked to them. Almost kind of reminds me of, like, if you live in the United States and have a social security card or something. It's kind of like what it makes me think of. A black cat. Oh, she had a dream that the city of 1,000 monoliths was destroyed? So maybe that didn't take place after all. Oh wow, these monoliths are everywhere, huh? I wonder what made the monoliths and to what end? Like, what was the purpose? Kind of neat. I'm seeing items that look like modern inventions though, like from boomboxes to wallets to looks like a scientific calculator or something, radio, satellite phone, it's probably a digital camera. But I don't have any memories to begin with. That's rough. That's cool. So apparently there is some god of grace, and during the soulstone making process, stronger memories supposedly help craft higher quality soulstones. Soulstones are needed to basically house magic, recharge your soul, and also allows people to, I guess, hold a pool of magic on hand for spells and other crafts, which I think is a neat concept. But apparently there is this water of grace that resonates with your soul in order to give the soul stone its own like color and stuff. Or in our case, it doesn't do as it's supposed to. Your body is immune to magic? What? Oh, that would suck. Imagine being the only person on the freaking planet, or whatever, that can't use magic. That would be so miserable. I already live in real life where I can't use magic of any kind, alright? If everybody else could and I couldn't, I would be so salty. It's an extremely rare condition, but it does exist. There was also no records of us making a soulstone in the past, so they don't know if we were born this way or not. You know, I agree with Moya. There are pieces to the puzzle that are missing. In the Harry Potter, apparently we have a key on hand that we were found with that leads to the highest tier in this soul shop's vault. Or not soul shop, but the Grace Imperium's vault, so even of more importance. Security gaps everywhere. Leave it to Amber. She forgot to feed her artifact Tamago. Is that like a Tamagotchi reference? It's funny. Your key opens safe number 1, the oldest one in the shop. No freaking way. These saves are pretty cool, though. An artifact and a mobile phone. You know, I was gonna give her credit for being kind of cute and interesting, especially for a character of her type whose entire color palette is basically white, the most plain freaking color in the world, with her only accent being that one bit of dark blue in her eyes. Other than that, everything is literally freaking white. I personally think it's very hard, design-wise, to pull off a character with any alignment and personality and just have them appear interesting when they are completely one color, most especially white. Not even a color, it's a freaking tint. But anyway, I was gonna give her credit for being like, oh yeah, you know what, she's kinda right, you know, she is sort of cute and helpful, but the fact that her entire personality revolves around announcing and declaring just how cute and adorable she is makes her less cute and more annoying. Just saying. I thought we were about to go broke. Sweetheart, you're already broke. That's kind of the problem. Okay, I understand its story and we just started, so I'm trying to be a little bit patient. But there doesn't seem to be any gameplay. So I'm getting just a wee bit antsy. Those are the weirdest gauntlets I have ever seen. Almost makes me think he's like trying to wear like leather gloves or mitts. with a leather gauntlet over those, and then a half metal plated gauntlet on top of it. Or not gauntlet, like a metal, half leather, half metal plated vambrace. Dude just really values his arms, I guess. Oh, who the heck is this? It's like a noble brat. CEO of Kreta Trading. What is she, jacking our ride and trying to sell it? What the hell? They're rats. Rude. A vehicle is a collateral for a debt? How? So while they scavenged the parts to build their vehicle slash home, they were also orphans together, and apparently, I guess the owner of that orphanage took out a loan, and so this vehicle is now collateral. So their home is being repossessed. Yikes. Wow. What a dick move. So, as our lovely Lady Tyrant pointed out, there were definitely some gaps into that story that need to be abridged. But regardless, apparently this scammer also hired the city's guard as muscle as well, and so we just lost the lucky oasis. That's not cool. Oh, now it's raining. That's actually kind of cool. I've played a few visual novel games, and have come to witness some very, very cool effects, as well as in RPG games that use this sort of storytelling format instead of traditional cutscenes. And it always amazes me what I find. But something I have not seen, actually, is an active snowfall or rainfall effect. I've seen like a pseudo illusion of that, which was actually in itself quite cool. But not like an active one like that. And it looks nice. I really like the art style for this game, honestly. And the characters are quirky, so even though the ones I'm not really too big on at the moment, they're at least interesting for sure. I don't know what's going on, but I can't, oh, that's why. Wow, she's like a genius brainchild. Alright, so their Aunt Allie as they refer to her as, the orphanage owner, has disappeared just a couple months ago. They've been gone from Amor for 2 years. They just came back. Lucky Oasis, aka Loxy, was taken away by some supposed CEO slash scammer. Oh, and they're broke and drowning in debt, and on top of that, now they have to take on the 20 million a month payments when they can't even make 10, 20 grand. Iris brand water? That's just weird and you know it. Oh, it was subtle and it was clean, but they definitely went there. Oh, so businesses are basically like giant mega conglomerates in this world. The bigger they are, the more prominent they are, and the higher up people are in the hierarchy, they quote unquote run cities, soldiers, and even have private armies. Very sci-fi, but it fits the fantasy aesthetic. Intriguing. Mhm. That face and hair instantly reminded me of the dream that Tyrant had. Alright, I need to do something besides just read.
にゃおにゃにゃにゃお。お、ボス。うん。今のは猫じゃなくて私。
I just like that she's so honest about it. Oh, okay, so mid-November was the first version update. And they've been doing itty-bitty little things here and there. I don't know how I got into pre-registration. Probably because I got it the day that it launched and I just hadn't played it yet, so that's cool. Expires in 4 hours. I wonder what else I missed from not playing. Whoops. Alright, so EXP boosts stats by raising trekker level. Every 10 levels is a trekker cap, and then you get to do a tier up. Tier 3 is when they can unlock their awakened appearance. Reasonable enough. So recruiting duplicate trekkers grants trekker soul keys. These keys allow you to activate talents, boosting the trekker's elements and unlock visual effects. In addition to recruitment, soul keys can also be obtained through other methods. Make a little bit more sense now. The records thing is still a little confusing to me, but I get the gist of it. level 2. Oh damn, that's a lot. Alright, so no expiration on that. Runs for the entire testing phase. How do I claim it? Unless I already have, I don't know. Quicker tryout. All I know is if you try them out, you get stuff. Oh damn, at level 90. Oh, that's cool. I like the weapon. His main skill. Oh, that's cool. Alright. Oh, and then it'll create this, which will pull them in and... Not at all what I expected. She's actually kind of a cool character. No idea who she is, but banner-wise, it's pretty cool. Aren't you supposed to be like an or something? I want to know why one of the main themes is penguins. Like, what is that all about? Also, I know she gets to use her ultimate skill way too quickly. Or maybe it's because she's level 90 for the trial. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, I didn't realize that I could just leave. Million damage in that short time. That is insane. Alright, so we got those tryout rewards. What about this one? Her weapon's kind of cool. It reminds me of a pinwheel. It functions just like a pinwheel. Alright. Well, terms of design, I don't think she's like anything really. Like her design isn't bad, but it's not like anything like really groundbreaking to me. But functionality wise, damn.
風よ真理へ導いてくれ。ここよパパ、みんなで行け。風の守護。ワルワルなやつを懲らしめたの。にゃんにゃにゃにゃあ、ボス。うん、今のは猫じゃなくて私。
When did these open up? Must be because I reached authorization level 2.
出撃準備。私がまるっと解決してあげる。
So that's what the musical notes are for. So these are going to be, so basically exploring and clearing monoliths and their floors is going to be our equivalent to like dungeons and all that. I find it interesting that these monoliths look so interesting though. I know, it's kind of a weird, redundant thing to say. Wonder if there's any loot to be found. The heck, there's penguins. In a KFC box. Oh, shit, I didn't even read what that said. Whoopsies. Something about less HP in exchange for something random.
邪魔するなら手加減しないよ。勉強の成果です。コールドウェーブ。新漱石の魔力使い切らずに済みましたね。予算はきちんと守ってくださいね。
That's a floor 3 out of 12.
この力使いこなしてみせる。
Okay, so it looks like not only is the red part the health bar, but if you manage to bring down the gray bar, you'll stun the boss and do extra damage. This very much reminds me of a Zenless Zone Zero mechanic, just with a different perspective and vastly different characters. I don't know why these look like little devil cats, like inside jars. These monoliths are so strange because it's like every floor is like a different thing. They just remind me of like giant skyscrapers with like businesses and apartments and stuff in them. Ooh, I like that. Oh, that's cool. You even get like a little roadmap. Okay, so that's what the Wall of Wind does. Blocks projectiles X number of times. It does damage if the enemies touch it. Increases the squad's attack by X number. Cool. I noticed there was also a potential that you could unlock where it made it so that if your projectiles were going through it, it would amplify their damage, which I think is really cool. I like the ability synergies. The game does feel a little easy, but maybe that's because I grew up playing stuff like Gauntlet, which was obviously in no way a gacha, but it had like a similar playstyle as the series went on. So I'm used to like just hard, unforgiving stuff. But I mean, it's fun. It's casual. I don't have to get all sweaty with it like I do Zenless. Which, I mean, I love Zenless. There's only a few gripes I really truly have with that game, and it's mostly just personal stuff and fighting the RNG gods. Other than that, like, I think Zenless is honestly one of my all-time favorite games so far. I hope it stays that way. Especially with all the new stuff for Season 2's conclusion right around the corner. It has me kind of anxious, but in terms of video games and gachas, I very much love Zenless. I need to catch up on a ton of stuff though. So I definitely won't complain about the intensity and the quote-unquote sweatiness, I guess, for Zenless. Because I mean, we really get to a point where you really do just have to know your characters and how to use your stuff. But I've found some really cool character lineups with that game because I've had to put in that effort, so no complaints there or whatsoever. But this game just feels like more fun and kind of casual-ish. So that's different. Probably not something I would play a whole lot. Probably just like here and there, but I can see it being entertaining. It really just kind of depends on where the story goes for me personally, because after all, in the end, it is still a Gacha game. And I'm personally only going to play it if the gameplay is tight and the story's interesting. Everything else seems alright. I mean, there's a small cast of characters, but again, you know, it's a new game that just came out. And it's not entirely mindless, as you could just see as I was dodging attacks from the boss like that, so... I think it's cool. I think it's fun. I'm eager to see how it grows and evolves. But again, if the story doesn't manage to maintain my interest, that's kind of going to be a no-go for me. Which would be sad, because the characters seem cool and interesting so far. The gameplay shows a lot of potential. And the characters seem pretty cool. Games like this are so time consuming, and I have a lot of other games, especially RPGs to play that I either just never got around to finishing or own, but honestly haven't even opened yet. Shame on me as a gamer. So yeah, it really just comes down to that, maintaining that interest and just feeling like it's worth the time. And so far, you know, as a trial, checking it out, it's been a positive experience. I just really needed some gameplay because I am not used to Like, I'm all about story, and I don't care how long it takes me to get through said story. Like, for example, I started playing Honkai Impact 3rd about a year or two ago. I need to find time to get back into that, but Zenless just kind of fills that role in terms of gaming for me. I thought it was really cool, really interesting, but I was not prepared for some of the lengthier cutscenes I sat through, especially because I was playing it on my phone. So, you know, I'm looking at this, you know, craning my neck, looking at this tiny ass screen, you know, to do all that reading and everything, and it was just kind of like, oof, if it was on a bigger screen, it probably wouldn't have been so bad. But I still loved it and enjoyed it as far as I got. So I have absolutely nothing against slow starts to stories and letting things grow, provided that growth feels worth investing in, and it feels normal and natural for the pace of the story. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of people have their own personal preferences as well. You know, sometimes they like things to move a little quicker, sometimes they like things to stay slower. I'm kind of in between as long as it fits for the story. I just, after all that tutorial reading, and then just non-stop 4 chapters in a row of just reading without even a little bit of gameplay, I was kind of going crazy for a second there. I was just gonna check this game out for like an hour. I didn't realize I've been playing this for like 3 hours tonight, so. But I can't really give a full opinion on how I feel about it yet, because I'm kind of on the fence. But it's been a positive experience so far. Just slow. But it's also understandable, because I've come to learn with these kind of games, with a few that I have played, that they have a very slow start because there's a lot to introduce you to the point it's almost kind of overwhelming. So, bite-sized pieces, I'll roll with that. Again, though, in the long run, I believe this game has a lot of potential. And I love to see that level of potential in any game, but especially these, because they're technically live services. You know, they could go on for as long as they go on for, and so seeing that level of potential makes me feel positive for the future it might have, and for me and anyone else who ends up enjoying it. So that's also cool to know. It's a little assuring and comforting. It definitely has a long way to go, because it's kind of in its infancy, but as long as it stays good, you know,